as I mentioned yesterday, guys, when we do composite figures, the trick to all of these is to take a look at what you're at the image you get and try to break it down into pieces you can recognize and work with, and then find the areas of. The hardest part with these always is in the pieces, figuring out what the ones you're looking at are going to work out to be. So when I look at this, felt tip. This is 9-3 composite figures. If you have to give it a label, composite. Yeah, we're going to find the area of that heart. So what am I really looking at, though? A square? And 2 half circles or 1 circle. So when I break it into pieces, area of a square is the length of a side squared. So that's 3 squared or 9 square inches. So that gets me through the square region right here. So that's half the work. Actually, most of the work in these problems are in figuring out what pieces you're looking at. Now, I've also got the there you go. S being side. Area of a square. Yeah, I always say capital A for area and then a letter or 2 letters to say what kind of figure we're talking about. Can I keep these notes straight? So there's a side. Now I also have to deal with the lobes of my heart. That's up here. So that's this guy and this guy. Well, those are both together, they make one full circle. So the formula that I know for circles is area of a circle is pi r squared. That looks weird on camera. Let me change up colors here. It looks really fine for me, but for you guys, I can't use that shade of green because it sparkles too much, and I don't do sparkles. It reminds me of Twilight. Now, what's the radius, though?
It doesn't give it to you.
It's 1.5.
The diameter is 3, so the radius is 1.5.
Wait, where is it?
Because half of 3 is 1.5.
This is the square,
No, no.
so this is 3 right here. And if that whole thing is 3, the radius is 1.5. And let's see, I break out my old calculator here to get through this. 1.5 squared times pi, let's see here. 1.5 times itself times 3.14 gets me an answer of 7. Yeah, okay, 7.1. Fine. Now, technically I should divide that by 2 because each lobe is half of that, but I have 2 lobes, so I'm going to be timesing it by 2, which takes it right back to 7.1. So my overall area then is the box plus the 2 lobes. Final answer, 16.1. And that's in square inches. And we're done. Like I said when I started, 90% of the challenge to this is not in the computation. It's in picking out the pieces and figuring out the various side lengths. Because sometimes it's not all given. Like in this case, we didn't have going in the up here. We didn't have this given. We had to know, hey, this is a square I'm looking at. So these must both be 3. Half of 3 is 1.5. And that's what I'm going to put in over here.
So where'd you get the 9?
That 9?
Yeah.
That's this 9 right here.
Oh, alright.
Area of the square plus the area of the... and so forth. All right.